Hello everyone, and welcome to my GH Soap Opera Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.
General Hospital spoilers. Power-hungry Willow gloats to Drew about stealing Congress seat. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Willow Kane may boast to Drew Kane about taking his Congress seat, so this power-hungry wife may prove she's out of control. Willow was caught aback in GH's previous February episode when Jen Sidwell suggested she could be the one to replace her crippled hubby. Drew can't carry out his term in his current state, so Sidwell is pushing for Willow to step into that congressional job. Of fact, Laura Collins was busy proposing the same concept to Alexis Davis across town. Since the governor wants a suggestion for someone who can take Drew's position, Laura is hoping to bring up Alexis' name if she gets on board. Unfortunately, there may be an issue as Laura apparently didn't run this with Sidwell beforehand. Sidwell can blackmail Laura into doing pretty much whatever he wants owing to the Professor Henry Hank Dalton dirt he's holding over her. That's why Sidwell may go to Laura shortly and tell that he expects her to provide Willow's name to the governor instead. Laura may have no option but to do what Sidwell requests if he backs her into a corner. As for Willow, she may conclude Sidwell's suggestion is a decent one. After all, the whole idea of Willow's scheme to drug Drew and fake his stroke was to take advantage of all his money, power and connections. Willow wants to make a better life for herself as well as her children, thus taking Drew's Congress seat might match with her ambitions. After Nina Reeves' pep talk, Willow may decide she's all in and harass Drew behind closed doors. Since we know Willow will tell Drew some significant news in the February 19th episode, that may be when she'll boast to him about maybe becoming Congresswoman Kane. Drew obviously isn't going to approve, but he may get some joy out of knowing Willow's going to be in over her head with Sidwell. Willow has no clue what she's getting herself into here, so Drew may take some comfort in knowing that trouble is brewing. General Hospital spoilers suggest Willow will add to Drew's suffering in the coming weeks, so stay tuned to watch her deliver him upsetting updates. GH spoilers. Britt and Jason's romantic curse hiatus ruins everything. General Hospital spoilers reveal that with Steve Burton being on break and not coming back until the summer, this will surely influence his romance with Dr. Britt Westbourne. Is their relationship cursed? Momentum slowed down. Again. It seems like every time Jason and Britt come together, something has to pull them away. While Jason will only be off the canvas for a brief while for his impending break, this will slow down their amorous momentum. It's intriguing since the General Hospital February 16th seemed to presage some doom and gloom that's coming. Britt sent Jason a cryptic text, and he understood that she was asking him to meet in the cabin, the identical spot they just sealed their romantic reunion. Britt came to a conclusion last week that time is valuable, something her mom, Lisa Lobrecht, reminded her of. That's why she decided to take the bull by the horns and covertly arrange up a meeting with Jason, as their time may be taken at any moment. The two got down to business, hitting the sheets, immediately away. Even a few of hours is a blessing for the two of them, knowing their background. Little do they realize that one of them will once again escape off the canvas. But what will pull Jason out of Port Charles? Stop-start depending on what pulls Jason out of stories, his leaving might be a hurdle for their romance. What if his motive for leaving town is tied to Carly Spencer? Could Britt resent him? Many fans feel that Jason may be considered dead, and potentially abducted. If that's the case, might this happen as a result of his attempting to aid Carly? Then Britt may not only detest Jason, but Carly as well. It's hard to determine how Jason will depart, but whatever, it'll place their romance on pause, much to the despair of their followers. Still, Steve Burton is at a stage in his commercial success where he can choose his schedule, and wants a vacation to spend time with his wife and family, so fans also need to respect his decision. Will you miss seeing Jason and Britt? How badly would this gap harm their romance? General Hospital spoilers. Lulu and Nathan lie to Maxie, hide secret romance. General Hospital teasers suggest Maxie Jones will be coming in Port Charles as soon as next week, fresh out of her coma in Boston. Maxie was just awake for a few hours when her son dropped a bomb on her and disclosed his father Nathan West was alive. What does this signify for Lulu and Nathan's new romance? Sparks are flying between Nathan and Lulu in the days leading up to Maxie's homecoming. Nathan and Maxie's BFF Lulu Spencer have been spending a lot of time together. At first they began bonding over their common affection for Maxie, and later Lulu began helping him with his kid James. It's evident Nathan and Lulu are falling for each other, but how are they going to explain that to Maxie? Since Nathan West's death, Maxie moved on. Now, Maxie is back again with her original baby daddy Damien Spinelli. Maxie was in a coma when Nathan came back from the dead. Nathan's wife can't be offended that he met someone new while she was asleep in Boston and in a relationship with another man. She might be irritated that of all people, Nathan hooked up with her BFF. A secret romance never ends well. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Lulu and Nathan will undoubtedly try to hide their romance from Maxie for as long as possible. But, in the great scheme of things, that will just make it worse when Maxie finds out the truth. More crucially, if Maxie thinks Nathan West is single, she could decide she wants to be with him again. Do you believe Nathan and Lulu are wrong, or do they deserve to be happy too? Will Maxie be able to forgive her BFF when the truth comes out? Willow shakes Washington, Nathan cracks under pressure, and Port Charles braces for chaos. Willow's choice stirs chaos. Willow jumps into a tempest when she tells information about the Washington pitch aimed to replace Drew. She tells Nina everything and doubts whether she is genuinely ready for such a jump. The weight of this possibility gets heavier as she analyzes its implications on her future. Nina refuses to let Willow question herself and soon increases her confidence. She feels Willow has a tremendous secret weapon that gives her an edge. Nina urges her to realize her own power, but Willow still sees disaster around the corner. At the same time, Laura has her own scheme cooking behind the scenes. She feels Alexis deserves Drew's previous job and wants Molly to embrace that goal. Molly agrees entirely and says her mother is suited for Congress. Their drive pulls the tale into a nasty political conflict as Willow and Alexis unwittingly become rivals in the same race. General Hospital spoilers. Christina pushes Cody toward romance. Cody suffers with remorse as he chats with Christina about breaking Molly's boundaries. He recognizes that invading her privacy might bear a heavy price. He also battles with lasting difficulties after seeing how a fictitious version of him was presented. That depiction still upsets him more than he is ready to acknowledge. Christina listens with affection and attempts to soothe his concern. She encourages him gently and guides him toward a healthier perspective. Her support steadily transforms Cody's outlook. Christina also urges him to re-examine his love for Molly. She nudges him into a romantic step and tells him not to hide from what he desires. Cody hesitates, scared he may make things worse. Still, Christina believes he should try again since the relationship feels true. This moment may launch the next chapter of their dynamic. Lulu and Nathan brace for emotional fallout. Lulu goes to Laura as she analyzes the news about Maxie's awakening. The discovery disturbs her severely and affects her restored friendship with Nathan. She knows everything changes now that Maxie is awake. Lulu worries losing the progress she created with Nathan and believes that his heart may shift. Laura listens intently and consoles her daughter while knowing that the scenario carries many unknowns. Meanwhile, Nathan expresses his worry with Dante. He reveals he is afraid about confronting Maxie again after worrying she might never wake up. Nathan feels he cannot foresee her reaction or the trajectory of their relationship. Dante gives consistent support and pushes him to confront the occasion with honesty. His pep talk helps Nathan breathe, but the terror refuses to go. General Hospital spoilers. Brooklyn and Spinelli confront the uncertain future. Brooklyn provides Spinelli a stable presence as he speaks up about his anxieties. He worries that everything may fall apart if Maxie starts reconnecting with her previous life. He also recognizes that how he responds now will determine his family's destiny. Every option seems weighty, and his concern for Maxie becomes stronger. Brooklyn tells him to follow his emotions and believe that Maxie will make her decisions with love. She tells him that their path has always been founded on support. Her assurances helps him settle down, but doubt still lingers. Spinelli calmly acknowledges that change is coming whether he is ready or not. He knows Maxie must confront her romantic crossroads, and he fears losing the family he established. Still, Brooklyn's remarks keep him grounded. He hopes Maxie will follow her heart when everything settles. Spoilers. Albrecht sabotages Spinelli. Nathan is the man for Maxie. This week on General Hospital, Maxie Jones' friends and family will assemble in Port Charles to celebrate her return. Kirsten Storms is back in action after her character spent over a year in a coma. As Port Charles gathers to welcome her home, everyone will attempt to overlook the elephant in the room. Her not-so-dead husband Nathan West. Is Spinelli losing Maxie? While Maxie is reuniting with her friends and family, Spinelli should be relishing her return the most. But, it's bittersweet. When Maxie lapsed into a coma, Nathan West was dead and gone. Will having her spouse return from the grave impact the way she thinks about Spinelli? According to General Hospital teasers, Damien Spinelli will need a shoulder to cry on. Brooklyn Quartermain will try to give him a pep talk and soothe Maxie's guy. Rumor has it Spinelli could even drop the question and attempt to nail Maxie down before she and Nathan West start spending time together. Albrecht meddles in her son's affairs. Dr. Liesl Albrecht is a huge Maxie fan, and General Hospital teasers indicate she will be desperate to reconcile her son with his wife. Nathan's mother will stop at nothing to have the pair reconnect and raise her grandchild together, and Spinelli should absolutely be frightened. When Liesl wants something, she has demonstrated over the years on General Hospital that she would stop at nothing to acquire it. Dr. Albrecht may rock the boat and have a heart-to-heart with Maxie and her adorable kid. Or she could take things any farther and try to drive Spinelli out of the picture completely. Do you agree with Albrecht? Are you holding out hope for a Nathan and Maxie reunion? Do you feel awful for Spinelli? General Hospital spoilers and preview for the Anthony Geary tribute episode promises tears, secrets, and a stunning memorial. General Hospital spoilers and preview for the Anthony Geary tribute episode predict a highly emotional Friday. The village prepares to remember Luke Spencer with a tribute loaded with memories, sadness, and long-buried feelings. Each plot drives individuals to confront sorrow, love, and the legacy he leaves behind. A candle marks the beginning of a powerful tribute. The sample starts with a solitary candle flame flickering in a dark room. That flame sets the setting for a night centered on recollection and love. It reflects how Luke's imprint continues to light through every connection he formed. Characters meet with heavy hearts, and each stride toward the pier bears its own emotional weight. The scene cuts to the dock, where familiar people begin to congregate. Lanterns wait at their feet while the sky dims around them. Sunny, Carly, Tracy, Laura, Elizabeth, and Lulu stand together, bonded by loss yet fortified by common experience. Each character contributes a distinct element to Luke's narrative, providing a modest yet dramatic build toward the homage ahead. General Hospital preview. Lulu faces her grief in a heartbreaking moment. One of the most poignant photos shows Lulu holding Luke's framed portrait. Her voice softens as she speaks to him, exposing feelings that seem acute and new. She awakened from her coma to a world without her father. The scene portrays a daughter struggling to bridge the gap between loss and comprehension. Lulu's presence gives an intimate aspect to the show. Her sadness is raw. Her desire is clear. And her quest toward closure feels vital. Friday's homage may offer her the chance to express some of the sorrow she has felt since waking up. It might also help her to reconnect with the version of Luke she remembers most. Sunny and Laura share their most personal reflections. Sunny's voiceover switches the tone as he remembers his first meeting with Luke. The remembrance brings nostalgia and a calm pride. Their bond affected important chapters in Port Charles, and Sunny's recollection helps anchor the episode in history. It also reminds viewers how deeply Luke affected the men around him. Laura's emotional beat may wind up stealing the entire performance. Tears pour down her cheeks as she speaks her appreciation for the love she shared with Luke. Her scenes reveal a woman recalling a lifetime of complex yet wonderful experiences. Laura has always kept Luke in her heart, and this homage illustrates exactly how deep that love still goes. General Hospital trailer. Memories bring Luke's legacy back to life. The trailer promises a torrent of legendary memories. Expect sequences that convey Luke's comedy, daring, mayhem, romance, and unmistakable charm. Some videos showcase his greatest escapades. Others recall quiet moments fans have not seen in years. Each one adds more dimensions to the tribute. These flashbacks will not only commemorate Anthony Geary, but also remind fans why Luke became one of daytime's most iconic characters. The collection of scenes weaves a tapestry of his greatest years. It celebrates both the performer and the character, offering long-standing fans something meaningful and unique. General Hospital spoilers and preview for the Anthony Geary tribute episode promise a moving hour packed with pain, nostalgia, and wonderful storytelling. Luke's loved ones vent their emotions, address past hurts, and celebrate his renowned energy. It is a fitting farewell to a man who shaped Port Charles forever. General Hospital spoilers. Chloe Lanier says Nelle isn't really dead, she's too tough. General Hospital spoilers and updates show Chloe Lanier, who portrayed Willow Kane's identical twin sister Nelle Benson, has a daring view on Nelle's death. Chloe feels that Nelle is too difficult to actually be gone, and she talks about it in a recent interview. Nelle's been gone for a while, but Chloe isn't persuaded she's dead. Indeed, Nelle has been gone for quite some time, but considering the amount of individuals in Port Charles who have had toe tags, we're not totally persuaded that Willow's half-sister is genuinely dead. Nelle's plummet from a cliff during a violent fight with Carly Spencer in August 2020 continues to feed curiosity about her true fate. Although Nina Reeves is claimed to have buried her body, Nelle has returned to haunt her mother in dreams, and by the time her body was discovered, it could have been unrecognizable. Harrison Chase identified the floater as Nelle, but all that was showed is that he required a drink thereafter. This is one of the reasons Lanier and fans embrace the theories that her character has more lives to live. She remarked to Soaps.com that she isn't totally certain that Nelle is gone for good. Nelle's too tough to be dead, Nelle's too tough to be dead, Lanier claimed in a recent email interview with Soaps.com, and it was observed that Nelle was a great swimmer. She may have made it. Chloe stated she's probably set up camp at the bottom of that cliff, living her best life until Cody Bell comes and finds her. If that scenario were to occur, Lanier would be back on television with her real-life girlfriend Kelly. Plus, she may also go into the sisterly relationship between Nelle and Willow, which Lanier is thrilled about. I think it would be fun to see them join forces to take down Michael Corinthos and the Corinthos crew, she said. Katie is so sweet. We discuss how enjoyable it would be to collaborate again every time we meet. Chloe is receptive to a return, but doesn't want a redemption story. Lanier seems receptive to the idea of returning to Port Charles, yet she's not seeking a redemption storyline for Nelle, characterizing her somewhat misjudged character as human, despite having her share of villainous traits. We're all just people, all human. However, there's terrible conduct, and she has certainly participated in her fair share of it, Lanier elaborated. She lacked the right tools to manage her anger, but honestly, that makes her much more entertaining. If Nelle were to make a comeback, I wouldn't want her to be redeemed. Her tenacity is what makes her intriguing and delightful to watch. Alexia stunned, Carly warned Lucas, Sidwell shocks Willow. On GH, a political power shift begins as Laura pushes Alexis ahead, Lucas acknowledges Carly was correct, and a stunning search warrant puts Michael in the hot seat. Laura encouraged Alexis to take Drew's job since Drew's staff was being secretive about the congressman's illness. Laura invited Alexis to her office to obtain an update. Alexis stated that the stroke had left Drew unable to move or talk, and she felt he wouldn't continue his term in Congress. Then, Mayor Collins remarked that the governor needed to designate someone to fill Drew's place until a special election could occur. As Port Charles is the largest city in Drew's area, Laura was asked to nominate a candidate. She told Alexis that she wanted to offer her for the position. Alexis wasn't sure at first but said she'd consider it. Although Alexis was gratified, she pointed out that she had been both imprisoned and disbarred. However, Laura contended that this highlighted Alexis's expertise in navigating the system for justice. Still attempting to persuade her, Laura talked about the wonderful influence they might have on the city, emphasizing that they could work in ways she couldn't with Drew. Knowing that Alexis wouldn't favor special interests over her people as Drew did, Laura urged her to help oppose Jen Sidwell. Alexis agreed to think about the suggestion. Lucas apologized to Carly at the Metro Court. Carly joyfully informed Lucas that she wanted to host a meal for their family and Marco Rios's family. This caused Lucas to unwillingly concede to his sister that she was accurate regarding Marco's role in Sidwell's firm. He explained that he had overheard Marco and his father discussing about something unlawful, but they hadn't spotted him. With a sigh, Carly stated she didn't want to be right about Marco and inquired whether Lucas meant to report it to the police or the WSB. He answered that he didn't want Marco to get arrested. Carly warned Lucas was confused if he was being fooled or if his connection was real. He approached his partner and realized he had made a mistake. Marco revealed that he got engaged in crime when his mother died, expecting his father might help him grieve since he and Natalia Rogers Ramirez never healed their damaged relationship. Sidwell took advantage of Marco's vulnerability, and Marco agreed to break relations with his father when this deal was done. Carly was frightened for her brother's safety and was angry that Lucas wanted to stay with Marco on Spoon Island, and cautioned Lucas. Knowing Jen Sidwell was dangerous, Lucas informed his sister he would take Marco with him when he escaped. Rick had breakfast with Sonny at the Metro Court. Rick Lansing had breakfast with Sonny Corinthos and volunteered to help with legal work because his brother was moving his shipping firm to Rochester. Justine Turner stepped in and revealed that Rocco's supervisor commended Sonny's grandson, who could finish his community service early. Sonny praised Justine for Rocco Falconeri's deferred sentence, and Rick welcomed her approving the plea agreement. However, when Justine implied she had her reasons, Rick stared back and forth between them. Rick congratulated Justine for being forgiving on Rocco owing to his link to Sonny, and she remarked that she didn't fight proxy conflicts. Rick suspected there was something personal between Justine and Sonny, and asked him. Sonny joked that Justine was always ready for a fair battle. After Justine departed, Rick asked Sonny what was occurring between them, questioning why the acting district attorney would talk to him openly instead of seeking to arrest him. Sonny recognized that Justine didn't seek to wreck Rocco's life to get to him, and Rick chuckled, recognizing Sonny liked her. Sonny acknowledged that Justine may come after him someday, but he wouldn't give her anything to use against him, and they both recognized their situations. Rick, still hesitant, wondered if Sonny was interested in Justine as a rival or as a woman.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe my channel without missing any update.